Imagine standing on a stone battlement in the year 1250. You are a scout, and your life depends on your ability to see a single glint of steel 5 miles away. To you, the world is sharp, crystal clear from the dirt at your feet to the farthest mountain peak. Now, look at the world today. Nearly 2.6 billion people are nearsighted. By 2050, it is predicted that half the human race will be unable to see the face of a friend across a street without a piece of plastic or glass strapped to their eyes. We call it myopia, and we've been told it's just bad luck or a family trait. But the history of the human eye tells a different story. For 1,000 years, the blurred world didn't exist for the common man. Medieval peasants possessed a visual acuity that modern science is only now beginning to understand. They weren't just lucky, their eyes were physically different from ours. They lived in a world of visual freedom, while we have spent the last 50 years building a visual cage. Today, we are going to dive deep into the lost biology of medieval vision. We'll explore the molecular purple that modern light is bleaching out of your brain, the physical deformation of the modern eyeball, and the monk's diet that acted as a biological sun shield. Before we start, drop a comment below. Do you remember the exact moment you realized you couldn't see the whiteboard at school or the road signs at night? Let us know, because that moment was the beginning of your eye's industrial adaptation. Section 1. The physical deformation, axial elongation. To understand why a medieval peasant could see so clearly, we first have to understand why your eyes have physically changed shape. In a healthy eye, light enters the lens and lands perfectly on the retina at the back. But in the modern myopic eye, the eyeball has actually elongated. It is stretched out like an oval. This is called axial elongation, and it is the physical smoking gun of the modern world. Why does this happen? The eye is a dynamic organ. It adapts to what it does most. Medieval children spent 90% of their waking hours outdoors in high-intensity natural light. This light triggers the release of dopamine in the retina, which acts as a stop signal for eyeball growth. But modern children spend their formative visual years indoors, under dim artificial lights, staring at books and screens just inches from their faces. The eye, desperate to find focus in this near-work cage, thinks it needs to grow longer to reach the image. We are literally growing ourselves blind by denying our eyes the horizon. Section 2. The bleaching of the visual purple. Let's go deeper into the chemistry. Deep inside your retina are millions of rod cells responsible for low-light vision. These cells rely on a specific pigment discovered in 1876 called rhodopsin, or visual purple. Think of rhodopsin as the battery of your night vision. When light hits it, the pigment bleaches, it physically changes color and sends an electrical signal to your brain. For it to work again, it must regenerate in the dark. This is the visual cycle. In medieval times, the light environment was perfect for this cycle. The only lights after sunset were the warm, low-energy ambers of fire and tallow candles. This light is non-isomerizing. It doesn't bleach your rhodopsin. Medieval people could sit by a fire all night and their visual purple would stay charged and ready. Today, we live in high-energy visible blue light. From your iPhone to your kitchen LEDs, this blue light is phototoxic. It doesn't just bleach your rhodopsin, it prevents it from ever fully regenerating. We are living in a state of permanent visual exhaustion, where our rods are constantly overwhelmed, leading to the chronic dry eye and brain fog that a 13th century monk would have found unthinkable. Section 3. The monk's secret, internal sunglasses. In the year 1267, the polymath Roger Bacon wrote the Opus Majus, where he discussed the anatomy of the eye and the first use of lenses. But even Bacon knew that the best medicine for the eye was what went into the stomach. Medieval peasants ate a diet rich in lutein and zeaxanthin. These aren't just vitamins, they are macular pigments. They accumulate in the center of your eye to form a physical yellow filter. They are quite literally internal sunglasses. The source? Pasture-raised eggs. In the Middle Ages, chickens foraged on grass and insects, producing yolks so deep orange they were almost red. These yolks were concentrated lutein bombs. Modern industrial eggs, produced by hens who never see the sun, are visually and nutritionally pale. When you eat a medieval-style diet, you are building a biological shield that absorbs blue light before it can damage your retina. Modern Americans have thin macular pigments, leaving their retinas wide open to the digital assault of the 21st century. Section 4. The horizon versus the cage. There is a reason why medieval archers and sailors were legendary for their sight. It was the horizon rhythm. The muscles in your eye, the ciliary muscles, control the shape of your lens. When you look at something close, like this video, those muscles are clamped. They are under intense tension. When you look at the horizon, those muscles finally relax. A medieval peasant worked in rhythms. They would look down at the seeds they were planting, then look up to the far end of the field. This constant flexing and relaxing kept the lens supple. Today, we spend 10 hours a day with our ciliary muscles in a death grip, staring at a visual cage 3 feet in front of our faces. This leads to accommodative spasm, where your eye gets stuck in near focus mode. We aren't losing our vision because of age, we are losing it because our visual muscles are atrophying from a lack of distance. Section 5. The lost pharmacy of the eye. We often think of medieval medicine as primitive, but recent bioprospected studies have found something shocking. In the Bald's Leech Book, a 1,000-year-old medical text, there is a recipe for an eye salve made of leeks, garlic, wine, and ox gall. Researchers at the University of Nottingham tested this salve in 2015 and found that it was a powerful antibiotic that killed staph infections better than modern drugs. Medieval people had a sophisticated understanding of eye hygiene. They used reading stones, highly polished quartz to magnify text, and they understood that eye health was a reflection of total body inflammation. They didn't have the super refined sugar and seed oils that drive modern systemic inflammation. In the medieval world, an itchy eye wasn't just a nuisance, it was a sign to change your diet and rest in the dark. Section 6. Reclaiming the eagle vision. You cannot change the 21st century, but you can reclaim your medieval biology. The science shows that we can slow and even protect our vision by adopting 3 ancient habits. The visual reset. For every hour of near work, you must spend 5 minutes looking at the farthest object possible. Unlock your ciliary muscles. The darkness nutrient. Sleep in total darkness. No blue standby lights, no street lights through the curtains. Darkness is a biological requirement for your rhodopsin to recharge. The 2-hour outdoor rule. Studies on modern school children show that just 2 hours of outdoor light a day, even if they are reading outside, significantly reduces the risk of myopia. The dopamine stop signal needs natural lux levels that LEDs simply cannot match. Feed the shield. Seek out high-quality pasture-raised eggs and dark leafy greens. Build your internal sunglasses. Conclusion: the choice is yours. The medieval peasant with his dark, dense bread and his deep orange eggs wasn't a victim of history, he was a master of his environment. His eyes were sharp because his world was wide. We have traded the horizon for the screen and the firelight for the LED. But the secret to perfect sight isn't at the bottom of a surgery, it's in the habits we've forgotten. If you found this investigation into the lost wisdom of vision valuable, hit that like button and subscribe. We are digging up the truths that the modern world has blurred. Your eyes were designed for the stars and the mountains. Don't let them wither in the visual cage. Subscribe, and let's keep digging.